Thanks for staying with us. Well, we're continuing to sit down with the candidates in the race for governor. This week, we were joined by State Representative Francesca Hong. Hong entered the race on September 17th. She became the first Asian American elected to Wisconsin's state legislature in 2021 and represents much of downtown Madison, the east and north sides, and Maple Bluff. She's also a member of the Democratic Socialists of America. But how is she working to separate herself from the large crowd in the Democratic primary?
I am the only single mom and renter, a working class champion, and I'm also a Democratic Socialist running on a Democratic ticket. But that means that my principles are rooted in democracy, human rights, and fairness.
And I want to talk about that too, because you are a part of that Socialist caucus. How is that impacting your campaign?
I think folks are ready for change, to challenge the establishment, especially with young people and working class folks who are focused on the issues like permanent affordability and ensuring that we've got great opportunities, fully funded public schools in our state. And so it's less about labels and more about solutions.
But does it make you the most liberal candidate in this race?
I think liberal, progressive, the policies that are universal and meet the crises and the stress of what people are going through right now.
Hong's platform includes universal child care, guaranteed paid leave, constitutional protection of abortion rights, and expansion of Badger Care, Wisconsin's largest Medicaid program. I mean that taxes have to go up to fund those programs?
We need tax fairness in our state, and so creating an additional bracket for some of the wealthiest to help us invest back into our local communities, especially local governments. The state has been hoarding money from local governments because we have a very skewed shared revenue system, and so I think more people want their taxes to go to things that they care about, especially investments in their local communities.
Another issue that could be prominent on the campaign trail includes AI data centers. Lawmakers in Madison are trying to figure out how to regulate the booming technology. A Republican-backed bill was quickly pushed through the assembly the other week, but the governor has signaled he likely won't support it. What is the role of a state government in regulating these AI data centers?
So we have proposed a moratorium on the construction of new AI data centers here in the state to make sure that we have more information on how data is being controlled, that we have more information about what sort of long-term economic impacts that this is going to have on our communities across the state.
Do you think that this moratorium could put a halt on some of the finances that people could see coming from these centers?
It's imperative that we fix this skewed shared revenue system that has made it so that the state is hoarding money that should absolutely be going back to our communities.
Campaign fundraising numbers also came out on January 15th. Hong sits lower in the pack, reporting about $369,000. How are you planning on building some of that momentum now?
We have over 7,400 individual donations, which is more than the next two candidates and their individual donations combined. This is a community-powered grassroots campaign, and this is a year where the many is going to beat the money.
What needs to happen for you in your campaign from now until the primary?
We have to continue to go to red counties, blue counties, the suburbs, the rural areas, meet with farmers, meet with small business owners, make sure that we're talking to teachers and care workers and childcare providers, the folks who are doing so much work for our state, but not seeing the investments and the benefits come back to their communities and to their wallets.